Welcome back to What She Said Sports. Yeah. I know we was talking about the Buffs. Uh this is crazy. It gets crazier by the minute, guys. It gets crazier out by the minute. Um, okay. So I know we were supposed to be talking about the Buffs, but Cleveland is has six quarterbacks. And now I didn't think it was gonna get no worse before sun up tomorrow. I really didn't. I just knew, they was getting somebody. Uh, he wasn't in Cleveland yet when I went live. They were in the process of had made the decision to sign him. They hadn't signed him yet. Well, now he's gonna play in Carolina. He don't even have a playbook. His feet not even in Cleveland. It might be tomorrow. He hasn't practiced with the team. They're leaving for two joint practices and a game on Thursday. Today is Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday, Wednesday. He's supposed to play Thursday. They're going to throw this guy out here to play Thursday. Supposedly, Pickett and Dillon are going to sit and not play in this game because they both have hamstring injuries. So y'all went and got this guy. Some say off his couch. I say they got him from Miami on a Monday night. And Tuesday morning, he going to show up overnight. You're going to cram a playbook in his face and force him to learn some plays for a preseason game on Thursday. When you have Shedeur Sanders there, why not just let him play? Why not just let Shedeur start? They still haven't said that. This is everything that's been said. Dillon and Pickett are not going to play. Supposedly, they're not going to play because they both have hamstring injuries, and likely they want to save them for the season. Now, there's Shedeur right there. He could just start and probably play the game, right? So this guy is supposed to play. That has been verbalized. He will play. The guy that they just signed, whose feet are not on the ground, who doesn't have a playbook, who has no reps, who hasn't practiced with the team, is supposed to play on Thursday. So that means Shedeur is clearly going to start, even though they haven't said it. You heard Shedeur say earlier they haven't talked to him. Oh, is it Friday? Okay, they haven't talked to him about the game yet. So they say the game is Friday. It's not the 7th, it's the 8th. So today is Monday's gone. Monday's gone. So Tuesday and Wednesday. So they're going to have two joint practices, then a game. So I'm going to go with Wednesday and Thursday. You have your practices. You have to travel there. You have to get acclimated there. You have to get around. So that's tomorrow. That's got to be tomorrow. So they getting ready to travel to Carolina. They done picked up a quarterback off his couch or from somebody's roster, and they're going to throw him into a game. Why does he have to play the preseason game? What Flacco doing? You went and got this guy. You going to throw him in the game. He don't even know the team. And as you can see on my screen, a page on X was like, wait a minute. So you're not going to bring Pickett. You're not going to bring Flacco. You're not going to play Dillon, but you're going to throw Shedeur in there. He hasn't had no first team reps. I'm like, well, chances are the first team is not playing. No chemistry. So obviously Shedeur and Tyler are going to be the guys to play in the preseason game. They don't care about the preseason game. They don't even want Dillon to play in the preseason game. People are asking if these injuries are real. Once again, if they're not, what the hell is going on in Cleveland? That y'all players keep getting injured, including Deshaun Watson. I told y'all Deshaun Watson didn't have those type of frequent injuries in Houston. He had a knee injury, and that was it. And after that, he still didn't have no injuries. But in Houston and Carolina, or what is this, Cleveland, everybody stays injured. So Flacco not injured. Why he don't go out there and play for preseason? You went and got another quarterback rather than play Flacco and Shedeur in the preseason game. Tell me if that don't make no sense. You got six quarterbacks. You have Flacco, which you obviously can't depend on, even if people get injured. So why is he on your roster? And I'm not making a case for Shedeur in Cleveland. This right here should show you that Shedeur need to get the hell out of Cleveland. You went and got another quarterback saying that you just want to be comfortable. You have enough quarterbacks, so you're being proactive. What the hell Flacco doing? He gonna need to get ready. Why don't you just let Shedeur play the damn game and Flacco if needed? What, Shedeur can't play a whole football game now? But see, they didn't give him reps with the ones, so I'm assuming the one's not going to be there. So they moving the ones to the side. They moving the ones to the side, and they going to put Tyler, and I'm assuming they're going to put Tyler out there. They verbalize it. Tyler is going to Carolina. He's going to make the trip, and he's going to play. I'm like, huh? He don't even know the team. Let alone he don't have the playbook. He don't have the playbook and he don't know the team. I don't even know when the last time he took a snap in the NFL. Why they just don't let Shedeur play the preseason game? It don't, and they won't verbalize Shedeur is going to play. They'll verbalize that Dylan and Pickett, due to hamstrings, won't likely play, which means they won't play. They'll verbalize that Tyler will play. He's gonna make the trip and he's going to play. As impossible as that seems, I don't. It's not impossible, but I don't know what you expect from it. And then they won't say anything about Shedeur if he gonna play in the game or not. So some people were like, "Okay, this is a clown show. You know, it's officially a clown show." That's my words. But there are a lot of people on X who are like, "What are y'all doing?" People have said, "Okay, if what's his name, Tyler gets first team reps before Shedeur, they said people gonna burn down this app." Like, yes, but again, this is a preseason game. I don't see the reps with the first team even making sense because the first team technically should not be playing in a preseason game. So you know, I'm just like, this is crazy. I was not expecting to wake up. I'm sorry. I was not expecting to go to bed with another development. I was not expecting to hear that Tyler would play. He just got there. So you're going to throw him to the fire. I'm assuming no ones are playing. So Shedeur should be good to go. Shedeur should be good to go. If they put Tyler out there to start this game, that's crazy. He don't even know the team. He don't know the plays. Chemistry matters. That's what you're supposed to be doing. See, you're supposed to be building chemistry with the team in preseason. You're supposed to know who your quarterback is. You're supposed to know who your quarterback is at this point. You're supposed to know who your QB1 is. You're supposed to know your roster. They put their depth chart out. I think it was Flacco, Pickett, and Dylan, then Shedeur. So here's what that means. That means all of these numbers that people were watching, all of these trackers that they've been out here tallying. It don't even matter what it say. They don't care what it is. Shedeur Sanders was the best person, right? He was the best person, and it don't matter. These numbers right here don't matter. Their depth chart is Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders, despite the stats. So just like in the draft, they're not giving a damn about talent and skill and winning games. This is what we gonna do. This is what we prefer to happen. Flacco is our preference. Pickett is second. Gabriel is third. And Shedeur is fourth. That's what they have decided today. They have put their depth chart out. And one more better, since people are getting injured, they went and got another quarterback who they gonna force to play in a preseason game, and his feet haven't even landed anywhere near a playbook for Cleveland. He has not practiced with the team. There's been no chemistry. And Shedeur is right there. And they have never verbalized that he's going to play in the game. Again, they are doing things to think they're going to unnerve him. That Tyler being on the roster is going to make Shedeur shake in his boots. If Shedeur don't play for Cleveland, I'm okay with that. In this preseason game, I don't know the fans going to be okay with it. I know a lot of people not okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because Shedeur don't need to get hurt out there. We already saw a fourth string snapper mis-snapping the ball. They clearly are putting their first stringers to the side, which is why they don't care about first team reps. They're going to likely let him play season like they did Tyler. They let Tyler make the 53-man roster and cut him before they had to pay him in September with the first game check. So Shedeur will be playing with somebody who doesn't know much, and they haven't said Shedeur is playing or not. It's funny at this point. It's comical at this point. You know why it's comical? Because they can't hurt Shedeur. They can't. Somebody said on X, Shedeur Sanders fans probably gonna have a fit, like, if he don't get to play. I'm like, not really. I'm like, Cleveland played in this man's face before. He now gets the time to shine. And hopefully he got a bag to go with it. And Tyler knows not to take these people seriously. And I'm probably here temporarily. And yeah, they probably want to pit me against Shedeur, but that's not new in the NFL to put two black quarterbacks against each other. There's nothing that's going to throw him off about Cleveland because he's been here before. He knows it's a circus. He knows just get in, have your little fun, make some money, and get the hell on. That's the only way you can look at it. So I don't think a lot of fans will be upset that they don't get Shedeur. I think fans will continue to see that Cleveland is going to knock themselves out, expose themselves down to their britches, trying to hold Shedeur back. And I'm okay with that. Because they look like full-on clowns right now, trying to explain why they have 6 QBs. 6. There's only room on a roster for 4. 6. I'm like, honestly, I just I didn't think it could get worse than this. I didn't think it could get worse than this, y'all. I did not think it could get worse. Adam Schefter put out a tweet, if you will, a post, basically talking about the whole depth chart. I said, you forgot somebody. They got 6 quarterbacks and Tyler Huntley, so he didn't even know. I think they don't want to talk about it. I think they want to tell nobody about it, but before I went live, it was going viral on X. These numbers didn't matter. Shedeur being the best didn't matter. That's why Shedeur don't need to play for Cleveland. If he get hurt, it's going to be hell to pay. Is it helping Deshaun Watson? No. They paid him $20, $30 million and they still kick him every chance they get. And they pit him against Shedeur. These numbers right here on the screen do not matter. They built their depth chart today. Shedeur is at the bottom, even though he's the best. Everybody getting hurt. They went out and got another guy. And they want him to play Thursday. And they haven't said whether Shedeur will play or won't play. Why they keeping Shedeur guessing? They think he want it that bad, he gonna combust if he don't get it? No. And if they bring Tyler in, knowing he has a losing record, and they lose all the preseason games, are they just gonna cut him again and treat him and discard him like he's invaluable? Because you get what you pay for? So no chemistry, no playbook. They just want to put this guy out here. Remember, I told y'all that DTR did well in the preseason games. And their whole thing was, well, yeah, he did. And when he got to the regular season, it did work out. I'm like, if they push Shedeur in the regular season with no first team reps, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. People not thinking that first team reps don't matter for preseason because they probably not going to play those guys. I'm not sure why they keep going all the way around the corner to get across the street. That's how important it is that Shedeur is held back. That's what this tells you. And to me, it's hilarious. I told you, once I see Shedeur's good, this is comical. This is a circus. 6 quarterbacks. You got Flacco right there. Why you don't put him in? Oh, that's beneath him because it's a preseason game. The other 2 are hurt. Then why don't you just start Shedeur and let Flacco back him up if something happened? But it's a preseason game, right? It's non-serious. But they won't do that either. So they're going to get a 6th person and force him out to the fire with no playbook, no team chemistry. He don't know the players. And if it don't work out, I guess they just going to cut him like they did before. I hope he getting paid this time. I hope he's getting paid. I'd have to look and see. 6 QBs. The Browns have a QB for every day of the week except Sunday. That's fact. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's just true. It's one of those things where I really think they're doing something. I think that's what get me. Y'all really think y'all doing something? Y'all really think that holding Shedeur back is a problem for Shedeur? No. It tells us that he probably the one that's gonna get traded. And even if you keep him and you trade Dylan or you trade Pickett and you cut Tyler again, Shedeur still gonna rise. Ocho Cinco posted, none of this matters. It's what happens when the whistle blows. They already dropping like flies. They already dropping like flies. If they start that game with Tyler, it's just more proof that they are willing to go through hell to hold Shedeur back. And it's comical. At this point, he should start laughing. I don't see it as a bad thing. You gotta look at the situation for what it is, right? Tyler played for them before. They discarded him before he got paid for them, in the season or whatever, the game check. And now he gets his chance to shine. If he go before Shedeur, it's deserved. He deserves the opportunity to ball out in the NFL instead of just being discarded and used and pitted against black QBs. When Lamar Jackson got hurt, they went and got him. Then they put him on a practice squad. But they gave him a Pro Bowl nod and made him a replacement behind Josh Allen. But then cut him again. Cleveland played a part in that. So this is his opportunity to shine. I'm cheering for this guy. Huntley, Tyler. Shedeur's a nice guy. Y'all know he gonna be like, hey, soon as Shedeur find out this guy was here before and what happened to him, he gonna be like, hey, you go ahead. Take your time to shine. They're non-serious about these pre-games. So serious, when you go to look up, you say NFL schedule, it goes straight to week 1. You got to put in preseason. They so non-serious about it, but they still willing to hold Shedeur back from it. They won't even say, yes, Shedeur going to go ahead and start the preseason game. But we do know Huntley is going to play. It's comical at this point. When things like this happen, I revel in them. Because you going to expose yourself trying to hurt another person. Keep going. Give Tyler his time. Shedeur going to be great regardless, whether it's this year or the next. See, that's the thing about it. You can't take that away from him. He's young. He's only 23. Tyler is 27. Lamar is 28. They asked Lamar something about the end of his career. He said, I'm only 28. Hell, that's retirement age for the NFL. I hope the O-line doesn't get Shedeur hurt. I doubt it. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. These guys, I'm going to tell you something about the mindset of players in the preseason. They trying to make the team. They trying to make the team. The O-lines in the regular season, they don't have nothing to lose because they already getting paid. They already got a contract. They know what it is. These guys in preseason are trying to look good. So I'm not going to get out here and hurt Shedeur intentionally, and you just going to cut me anyway. They better go look at what's happening in Chicago. Last year, Caleb Williams got sacked 68 times. That's the most, right? 68 times after he tried to avoid the NFL, circumvent the CBA, go play for another league. And guess what they did this year? Got an entirely new O-line. See, I ain't going to do it. They got rid of everybody that was on the O-line from last year. I guess they sent them to other teams because that's what happened in Houston with CJ Stroud. His O-line person got sent to Washington where Jaden Daniel is. Maybe we track the O-lineman out of Chicago and see how many of them end up in Washington. Is Jaden Daniels going to have a sophomore slump? If they manufacture it, he will. Like they did for CJ Stroud. These guys are all in impossible situations. They make it look easy. Dismantling the Philadelphia Eagles so Jalen Hurts can have a harder road getting back to the Super Bowl. They don't want the trend to continue with 2 black players in the Super Bowl. That's where we headed. Derek say hit the like button. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. Hey, Regina, how you doing? Sounds like a setup. Yep. It said this is bananas. It is, BJ. It is completely bananas. They playing in both of their faces. I already said it. I said they kick Deshaun Watson every single chance that they get. Now they over here playing in Tyler's face. I told you, look at the track record of black quarterbacks in Cleveland. Where are they now? That's what they expect to happen to the rest of them. If they talk about getting Lenore Sellers, his father better run. Should have took the money. They'd have changed the rules now. He probably can't even take the money. And you probably not going to hear a lot of offers like that no more. Yeah, I agree. I don't think this O-line that's trying to make it, I don't think they're going to try to hurt Shedeur. I really don't. Again, I'd side eye the guys in the that's already made it, but not these guys. These guys are trying to look good. They're trying to make the team. Most of them will label camp bodies. That's likely what Tyler was to them before. That's why they let him make the roster and then they cut him, right? Before the first game check. They look at Shedeur. They try to label Shedeur a camp body. When they get rid of Shedeur, they're going to try to label him and trade him or do away with him in a manner that labels him as a development QB or a backup. They've done it before. This is not a new playbook. It's comical at this point because there is no downside for Shedeur. It's good. Step out the way and let somebody else go because you might get hurt. It might not be intentional. They're not developing these guys. They staged a fake competition so Dylan could look better, and he got hurt when he was looking really, really badly. That's why people are like, is he really hurt or is it because he was looking bad? So y'all didn't want him to look bad. Pickett was starting to look bad. Shedeur was looking better than Pickett. They set Pickett. Dylan, atrocious. They set him. Flacco could get out there. I guess that's beneath him. So they went and got somebody else who face they already played in to block the number 4 guy who's really the guy. Because why? Aaron, what is it? Russell Wilson is the guy in New York. That's a guy I didn't expect to get. I didn't expect for Russell Wilson to be the guy in Pittsburgh. That's why I booted him out. But then he lands and he's now the guy in New York. You would think you would stop playing with the man. Spencer Rattler is the guy in New Orleans now because Tyler Shaw looked bad. You think you would stop playing with these black quarterbacks because they're going to rise regardless, but you're still doing it. And over here in Cleveland, I'm holding Shedeur back with all of my might. So to not appear racist, I go and get another black quarterback that I don't believe in because he was here before. We discarded him, and we're going to make him block Shedeur. And instead, he's actually getting his chance to shine that he actually deserved before because his whole journey probably was trash from beginning, middle to end. And now they're not hurting Shedeur. If you don't take the preseason game seriously and Shedeur get out there and ball out, you're going to discard the preseason conversation like you did these numbers right here on the screen. They have moved off of these numbers. They have made a depth chart not based on the numbers. X is on fire with this whole 6 QB thing. They didn't even have time to look at the depth chart to see Shedeur was at the bottom with the numbers. It's so much going on over there. It's just like, this is a circus. Like a true circus. And anything reporters say, people just going at them. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It said nothing's wrong with Dylan. He was just playing too poorly for them. Right. And they don't want Shedeur to look better. That's really what it is. It said Huntley will play in the preseason ahead of Shedeur so he can take the majority of the snaps. Probably so. And again, I'm not mad at that. Shedeur gonna be happy because he gonna see Jimmy. I'm just gonna put it out there. Shedeur gonna be happy. He gonna see Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna ball out. They gonna hold Shedeur back so he don't have that gratification. Then again, Tyler might get hurt. I mean, it's happening. It's like a virus. So, Tyler might play the first half and be like, I see what's going on here. I've been paying attention before I got here. You know what? My ankle hurt. It happens. It happens. He can slip on a bar of soap in the shower before the game. It happens. I'm just saying. It happens. They got Flacco. Put him out there. He ain't too good to get out there. That's what's wrong right now. They want to value the quarterback position for certain people. So Huntley will play in the preseason ahead of Shedeur so he can take the majority of the snaps. I can see it. I see it, and I'm okay with it. Again, this is the part where nothing matters. This is the part they can't break him. They can't make him shake in his boots. They really can't block him. And if you was blocking him because he's black, then somebody black gonna emerge regardless. And that's where we headed. That's where we headed. Because if you cut Shedeur, you're gonna need another quarterback. So you're gonna have to sign Huntley. Then Huntley, who is gonna be the one behind Dylan and Shedeur, and he gonna be better. See, they went and get somebody that they believe is not better than the other two people. That's why they went and got him, because they don't believe in him. But he was a backup to Josh Allen in the Pro Bowls. He did do well as a replacement for Lamar Jackson. I'm just saying. These people think they smarter than everybody else. This man can get out here. They could block Shedeur. Shedeur could end up playing. They could cut Shedeur. And hell, they could cut him too. But if they keep him, he can probably outplay all of them. Because I told y'all, every black quarterback in the NFL is elite because of all of the discriminatory practices, the being held back, and everything before they got there. Wouldn't surprise me at all. So Shedeur gonna be happy anyway because he gets to see Jimmy. I think he's at the point where he realizes he's not gonna be there long. Whether it's they trade him before the 53-man roster, afterwards they put him on waivers. They do exactly what they did when they sent out his phone number to 2,000 people with a waiver wire. If they get to carry out their plan to the fullest to the letter, then that's what God wants them to do for a reason. There are so many people paying attention to this who are not Browns fans because the Browns have created a circus. And they are showing everybody. And you can look at people's comments and see that people now see it without a shadow of a doubt. Not that Shedeur is just the best, but the Browns not just holding him back, that they are going through lengths to hold him back when he could just elevate. So that means this is what they did in the draft. They was never serious about him. That's what it tells you. You doing all of this and you got him for $4 million. And you want us to believe you was going to pay him $46 million. That's a damn lie. Being exposed. That's what it says. It says you wasn't happy when you got him. You got him for $4 million. You was going to pay him 46. You ran around pretending, pre-drafting extensively, and you pissed off that everybody getting hurt and he got to be the guy for $4 million. Not even the guy, like in preseason. Something you don't even take seriously. That's how badly you want Shedeur to be held all the way back. You don't even want him to shine in preseason. You can't even verbalize that he's going to play in a preseason game, but you can verbalize that the guy that you just got, that you just signed, the number 6, that you already don't believe in, you can verbalize that number 6 gonna play. Number 6 gonna leapfrog number 4, but Shedeur can't leapfrog Dylan or Pickett. Like I said, it's selective. They weaponize the depth chart. They weaponize the rounds in the draft. It is comical at this point. There is no downside for Shedeur. None. This is good. It's better to know this now. They are protecting Dylan and setting Shedeur up, probably so. Looking out for their own every day. Every day. It's crazy. I'm like, I was not expecting this. I'm like, nah, I'm going to just have to just be on cow because it's crazy. Browns have a quarterback for every day of the week except Sunday. You right about that because that's crazy. 6 quarterbacks. I can't wait to see how the media have a field day with this because from what I saw on X, people were like, y'all are going to owe all of the conspiracy theorists who said y'all was racist against Shedeur or y'all was holding Shedeur back. Y'all gonna owe them apology. I was like, we're not conspiracy theorists. We're realists, and we saw the racism from a mile away. So, no, they've been trying to hold Shedeur back. They don't believe in this guy. They went got somebody that they think is going to fail, that they think is not better than Dylan and Pickett. If he outshined Dylan and Pickett, I'm gonna just be fit to be tired. I'm gonna be somewhere in my glory because he deserves to shine after they used him and discarded him. Yep, 6 SIX. I wonder what the players think about this. You know what? I'm sure they got their little group chats. I'm sure they got their little group chats with each other and a few select people. And I'm sure that they have group chats with people outside the organization that they trust not to reveal what they're saying. It's foolishness. The Browns season is about to be wild. I'm just ready for Shedeur to get out of there. So now I'm on a Shedeur Sanders trade watch. I'm going to call it a trade watch because I don't know if they're going to put him on waivers or not. But I could call it a Shedeur Sanders release watch. But you know, this is turning out to be crazy. Something that they don't take serious because Flacco can't play in it because it's beneath him. You're gonna go get somebody else to play so you can hold Shedeur back. Do y'all not see what y'all doing? Y'all are doing essentially exactly what Boomer Esiason did. Confessing. You are confessing. And we know that didn't work out. Someone is about to get cut. Yep. Messing over black players again. Yep. Pitting them against each other. But somebody is about to get cut. It says Shedeur said he was ready and it doesn't matter who's out there. And that's true. Let me tell you what Shedeur gonna do. When he get to play, and they probably gonna have him just send the ball off to a running back. Look at the way they're holding him back. If they let it fly, it's gonna be few and it's not gonna happen. Again, they don't take season games seriously because it's beneath Joe Flacco to the point you got to go get somebody else that you for sure believe cannot beat out number 3 and number 2. You have number 4 right there, but you're gonna go get number 6, and 6 can play and he don't know nothing yet. Oh, okay. Well, goddamn, that's crazy. So yeah, Shedeur can get out there, Patrick, and he can ball out. And he say it don't matter what O-line it is. It really don't matter that Shedeur didn't get first team reps. One thing about Shedeur, they stay late. He throws to wide receivers. It don't matter who it is. He make the wide receiver look good. The wide receiver don't make Shedeur. I mean, I'm sure he can at some point, but I mean, the ball comes from the quarterback, and he got to get it right consistently, and that's what he does. He already got Gage. What is it? Gage should make the team, but he friends with Shedeur. So I'm not sure that that's going to happen. He made him look great to the point where people notice these two are always on the money, but they want to sing the praises of Florian, right? They want to sing his praises, but don't want to give Shedeur the props for developing this guy. Again, when you damned if you do and you damned if you don't, you might as well just be you. And that's what I'm proud of. Shedeur has chosen to be himself and not be frustrated. And yes, they're going to hold you back. And no, they don't have to let you play. And they'll go get somebody else to block you that ain't even on the roster, that don't know nothing, just to keep you back. And what you need to do, talk to Russell Wilson and keep it pushing. You ought to feel special. That's the funny part. He not special. That, why do people like you? Well, why y'all trying so hard to hold him back if he ain't good? Y'all going through a lot of trouble to hold back somebody that's not good. That means he's good. You hating on somebody that you got for $4 million instead of 46. You don't even want your lightning in the bottle. Because it ain't about Shedeur. Instead, no wonder the Browns. What did it say? No wonder the Browns are losers year in and year out. Yeah, get Shedeur out of that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't care what they do. When they show other players, I don't even pay attention. Myles Garrett seemed cool. Bless you, brother. You want it out of there. I see why, but the money kind of coaxed him in. So best of luck to you. Because if your quarterback is trash, I don't know what's gonna happen for you. That's the one position that they said was the most important position on the team, and that's the position they keep fumbling. I'm like, then how do you expect to be successful if you keep getting these quarterbacks that are not good, that are not mediocre, and you keep blocking the best? You're showing us that somebody is good and can win, but it doesn't matter Just like these numbers on the screen don't matter. You put your depth chart out with Shedeur dead last, and he's the most accurate QB you have. 62 of 113, 23 of 34, 49 of 70, and 49, 54 of 92. Browns are just ignorant to the fact that number 2 is QB, and it's getting to the point that the team is getting tired of the blatant antics, right? And Marlon, you play ball, right? So Marlon can tell us firsthand that the team is getting fatigued on this, but they can't say nothing. Ain't nothing for them to say. This is the circus. This is a circus. So Marlon, if you play ball, or anybody else that play ball, because I know we got several people in here, so whoever hear this first and feel can respond to it. What type of situation are they putting Tyler Huntley in, who haven't even made it to Cleveland, don't have a playbook, haven't practiced with the team, don't know the players, or the plays from 2024 that he learned in camp because he never played for them during the season? Are those the plays they're going to call because maybe he remembers them? Or what's the situation? Like, I feel like they put Dylan in a bad place. I feel like they put Dylan in a bad place because they made him try to be something he's not. They try to make him be better than Shedeur. He's not. He never was. And that's what has been proven. He's supposed to be hurt while he's out. But he was not looking good. He looked bad. 31% accuracy, somewhere between 20 and 30. And now he's injured. So what? So now they don't want to make Dylan look bad anymore. They don't want to let Flacco play in the preseason because that's beneath him. They don't want Shedeur to look better than Kenny Pickett, so he out with an injury. They all were at practice today, but it sounds like it's already been decided that the other 3, Dylan, Pickett, and Flacco, are not playing in the game. They want this guy who doesn't know anything yet to play in the game. If you play ball, what type of situation are they putting him in? To me, it's like they're throwing him to the wolves. But he was there in 2024. He has no reps yet. I'm sure he'll get some. Is he going to have all the reps tomorrow? So I just want somebody to give us some insight into the type of situation, because you have the experience with pro sports that you know that, okay, this is not good. They're putting him in a precarious situation where he could be set up to fail. You can't expect him to get it this quickly if these other guys been working together. He don't know nobody. He don't have the playbook yet. He not even in Cleveland. Let me know your thoughts. If you play ball, you have the experience, the knowledge, feel free to share it. Thank you. It said this is why Dion didn't want him there. Right. You know what I feel like is happening? Every lie that was told is being exposed. And the truth is being uncovered so we could see the real deal. Right? That's what happened in the draft when the prank was exposed. That's what happened in the draft when 47 came through and said, are y'all stupid? Because they weren't making business decisions. That's all the message was. You're not making business decisions. Right? And then we get to Cleveland and it's more of the same. They're not making business decisions. You got Flacco right there, but you go get number 6. You discarded him before, so you must go discard him again because you can't have 6 quarterbacks. Oh, you going to cut Shedeur, the best quarterback on your roster. So none of these numbers matters. Again, you're not making business decisions. I don't know how the Cleveland fans just don't not show up at all. I'm like, okay, I'm out. At some point, when you spinning around, you got to stop. When you on a merry-go-round, you got to get off before you get sick, before you get dizzy, before it becomes too much. I don't know how the Cleveland fans are like, okay, I'm out. I'm going to root for the Bengals. I'm going to root for Ohio State. I'm going to go find me a new team. Or like me, I'm going to go find me a new sport. I watched another NASCAR race. I watched a Canadian football game. These were not things I planned to do, but I was happy to do it. Because this is too much. This is too much. And they were upset with Coach Prime after Deshaun Kaiser went 0-15 for taking up for the young man and saying, hey, no young quarterback should go to Cleveland. So it's not just they throwing Dylan under the bus, holding back Shedeur. Now they look like they getting ready to throw Tyler Huntley under the bus to hold back Shedeur. Shedeur said today that is people who have already been cut from the team. Yep. I wonder if any of his friends are gone. They're going to have a problem cutting Shedeur. They're going to have a problem cutting Shedeur. I'm telling you, unless we all agree that, you know what, good, just let it happen. I mean, honestly, we gonna have to not care because they know we care. You know how you know, you know that they know we care, or they care that we know. They could have went get anybody. They could have went get a white quarterback. They went and got a black quarterback because they know what we was gonna say. They already been hearing the voices, the calls. Y'all being racially biased. Remember, ESPN just said it. They said bias, but they ain't say what kind. But you know, hey, we're adults here, right? A lot of people, I'm getting a little love on X. When I said I knew this was gonna happen, and don't be lost on the fact it's a bonus that he's black for optics. I think I already had 100 likes or views or whatever they are over there. Because it's true. They heard that. That's why they went and got a black guy that they don't believe in, that they could discard, because they would not do that to a white player. They won't even make Flacco play in the preseason game because that's beneath him. No, go on out there and let them do it. They'll think we're doing them a favor. They using Tyler Huntley like they drafted Shedeur in the 5th round. Oh, we rescued you. You'll be grateful and do whatever we say. Tyler know what time it is, and I don't even know Tyler. Come on in here, get your shine, get your money, and keep it pushing. That's it. Hopefully he get paid. Hopefully the man get paid. That's how I look at it. He deserves his shine because I feel like they've been passing him around since he first got to the league, right? And pitting him against other black quarterbacks and doing it again and cutting him at the last minute. He's not getting paid. So, you know, let him get the bag. Ball out, Tyler. Light it up. We cheering for you. They hear those calls for first team reps. This is another way to keep them from him. Yeah, it is. Yep, it is. It said, OC Tillman, they're going to mess around and get a lawsuit. Another one? Another one. You know what? I'm trying to think. Let me just be a little candid for a minute, right? You know, I don't even know if it's worth it. It's gonna take a couple of years. They're gonna stonewall you. Just write a book. Just write a book. I got enough videos out there that got you going for books about this size. I think the better, more revealing is to write a book. I've been thinking about it. I was like, you know, I'm sure if there's a class action lawsuit, I'm happy to join it. Somebody need to sue the Browns because, you know, organizational malpractice is real, but it's not new to the NFL. We talked about it. It happened before. These people are unafraid for a reason. Maybe when the climate change, and I'm not talking about the weather, then maybe they'll care. But they don't. Not even after Shedeur got drafted with the help of 47. Don't get lost on that. Don't matter how you feel about it. Nobody else said nothing. Sometimes you have to have what's called the necessary evil. I think the goal is to get Shedeur the hell away from Cleveland. If we find out the other NFL teams are this incompetent, it's not going to be good. Not for the lawsuit that's already out there. Cutting Shedeur and moving to the next team, and the same thing happening all over, the collusion, the blocking, he's the best. Then that would just be God using Shedeur to expose the NFL, and that lawsuit that's out there can move forward. It's enough out there that it should have moved forward by now. And I'm sure other people are waiting for it to move forward so they can move, because that's how that goes. Evidence in one case can be used and preserved for evidence in another. It could happen. So yeah, Tillman, I agree with you. I could see it. Gabriel practice squad and Pickett getting cut. Okay, Patrick, that's what you think? Okay. So Pat, I'm gonna put a star on this because people could come back and look at it. Patrick said he thinks Gabriel is gonna go to the practice squad and Pickett is getting cut. Okay, I'll take that. I think it should do it though. Fans need to file a lawsuit. This is my second migraine behind this. Yes. Yeah. You would think the Cleveland Browns got a clear shot at it. They have a clear case for organizational malpractice. They're loyal. So they've been putting in money and time and they being lied to, they definitely could do it. It said he might just be a practice quarterback to give the wide receiver reps. They say he playing in the game. Udo, they said Tyler is playing in the game on Friday. He's making a trip to Carolina and he's playing in the game. I think it's Friday, y'all said. I am so sick of these darn people. My nerves just can't take it. So now y'all see Shedeur, the merry-go-round he was on. I'm glad he got himself off of it. I was going to the game and I changed my mind. No, you should go. I think Shedeur should get. I'm gonna tell you what I want to see. I want to see, because people bought these jerseys. You might as well put them to good use if you haven't returned them. If a swarm of 12 jerseys just show up and is visible on camera at the game, I would love to see that. I want Shedeur to get all the love. I hope the Saints made that trade call. It would make the sore arm make sense. I don't think it's the Saints. I still think it's Dallas. Close second, Pittsburgh. I don't see the Saints doing it. See, the Saints carried around Archie Manning's legacy, right? And they believe if they do the right thing and preserve that legacy, that they could be in the 2 years from now, Arch Manning sweepstakes. So it could happen. I don't know if there's anything I would cheer about. He would be blocking Spencer Rattler. So I say, let Spencer Rattler get his time. See, that's what I mean by a lot of things are being corrected. See, they trying to hold Shedeur back, but guy playing chess. Oh, remember that guy that you cut? You think he not good? Go get him the block. You want to get him the block Shedeur? Okay, well, I'm gonna give him his shine. Right? God, don't start the mess. But I can bring good from it. Oh, you want to use him to block Shedeur? You want to pit black quarterbacks against each other? Okay, then I'm gonna give him his shine. Hopefully, he got a bag. Same thing with Spencer Rattler. He been over there in New Orleans being held back. Now Tyler Shaw not good. Spencer Rattler's supposed to be the guy. So don't put Shedeur against Spencer Rattler. Let Spencer Rattler ride it out. Let Spencer Rattler get his shine. Russell Wilson caught hell. He balled out in Pittsburgh. Hell, let him ball out in New York. They have never had a black starting quarterback play the majority of the games. Jackson Dart is not that guy. They probably hoping and praying that he is. It wouldn't surprise me if they disrupt Russell and put in Jameis Winston, so neither one of them could be the starter for the season. Look for it. That's the only reason they haven't traded him yet. That's the only reason. Once Shedeur leaves, goodbye. There you go, Elijah. They making it. You know, their fans, I don't know. But that's it, though. It said, I heard the coach say after next practice, tell them. It said what? It said, I heard that the coach said after the next practice, there will not be any fun there. After the next practice. I don't know what you mean, Tillman. Let me know. Marie said, did you see in the briefing Shedeur was wearing blue and yellow shoes, the Rams colors? I think he's out of there for sure. He could. I told you everything is a message, and no, I didn't see it. And Matt Stafford did have back soreness. But the likelihood of Shedeur going behind Matt Stafford could happen. They're not a bottom feeder team. It could happen. It's all about the mentality of the team and what the NFL really wants. Don't believe the NFL is not hiding behind Cleveland, because they are. OC Tillman, what do you mean by that? Yeah, let us know what you mean by that, Tillman. It's that they are playing with his mental. No, they playing with their mental. Shedeur ain't fazed by them folks. And see, I'm glad we got to that point before they brought in number 6. Before they brought in Huntley. Because Shedeur knows, man, you go ahead. Especially if he on the way out. If Shedeur's on the way out, he don't need to play. If Shedeur's on his way out, he does not need to play. He gonna get cheers and love anyway, because fans want to see him that he ordinarily wouldn't be that way this early in the season. So it said he doesn't want fun there at all. Okay, I'm still not getting it, but maybe if y'all got it, I'm gonna put it on the screen if y'all can figure out. It said, I heard that, don't know for sure. I still don't understand. Can somebody clarify what OC is saying? Gemini said they might cut Shedeur and say they don't see enough for him. to show how dumb they are. Right. They could cut Shedeur and not just say they don't value him because we know that already. Remember, these numbers on the screen came along with some final tallies, and Shedeur is still the best guy. And they still built their depth chart with Shedeur at the bottom. So they don't value Shedeur. So I'm not surprised they would say they didn't see enough from him. They already got their lie together. The thing is, are they going to cut Shedeur before week 1, which means he's going to make the 53-man roster just like Tyler did. And then in late August, before the first game check, he going to get cut. That's what I think. But again, if that happens, which means he's released. See, trading and releasing or cutting is all different, right? Releasing somebody means I couldn't find somebody to trade with, so we just released you. And if he's out there for more than 24 hours, then he gets a new contract at his next stop in the NFL. That's what I want. I don't want Shedeur with this contract no more because it's trash. It's absolute trash. For him to be held back 4 years financially while going through the hell on 4 rosters because they just going to cut and trade. No. It needs to be an owner that's going to play the game to get him. And like Mike Tomlin, going to put him out there and let him ball out and take you to the next level. I'm not convinced. Just because the owners are incestuously close, that don't mean all them GMs and head coaches are not out here competing, except for Andrew Berry. He just being a good little boy. It said when he leaves, fans need to bombard Cleveland with angry. Now, when Shedeur gone, I'm gone too. Again, before this transpired about the trade, about getting the new number 6, Huntley, I was trying to find people to unfollow because of Cleveland. I'm that convinced that he's the one on the way out the door. This was just a confirmation. And it's how they're going to go about it. And it's probably going to be ugly. Just like Cam Newton, just like Huntley before. Haslam uses his failing team as a tax write-off. I believe that. I've said that. I've said that so many times. I said these teams don't care if they lose. They don't. That's why, honestly, starting your own league, Shedeur started his own league, it just makes sense. I don't know if Coach Prime would do it. Of course, we wanted him to do it, but I don't know if he would do it at this point. Again, his perspective on life is different. After bladder cancer or fighting bladder cancer. So I don't know if he would do it, but Shedeur definitely can do it. Definitely. It says an organization with this much drama never wins anything. Right. This is dysfunction. This is chaos. This is more of this. This is terrible. Like, I'm like, what were y'all hoping for? They didn't want to win. They just want to have white quarterback. Okay. Proceed. Tillman said, guess he didn't want them to see what's going on and everybody going for Shedeur. Yes, that's who said it. Okay. It said he's trying to act like such a tough coach with 3 wins last year. Right. And you know why he has a job? Because he's being useful. I told you there's something that my stepfather used this term called, what is it? What is a useful idiot? Right. People who allow themselves to be used to create chaos. Andrew Berry to do what he's done to a lot of players. Now you can see. Look at Tyler. Watch it play. Watch it play out. Wait till it plays out. It's going to be more of the same. And these black quarterbacks need to see, and they probably know. They being stacked together intentionally. They pit them against each other. That's probably why Deshaun Watson came out and said he taking Shedeur under his wing because what? The owner said we took a big swing and miss with Deshaun Watson. So he threw Deshaun Watson under the bus. So Deshaun Watson was like, hey, come here, little bro. Let me talk to you for a minute. They don't want that. Too bad. Let them cut him, please. I never wanted Shedeur in Cleveland. That's a garbage organization. Yep. Somebody will pick him up ASAP. I'm not so sure about that, Marie. Just because you don't, I don't know. The collusion continues. If nobody picks him up, then the collusion continues. Let's see if they're ready to stop the collusion. I doubt it. Funny how Dylan magically got hurt when they own media. Right. When their own media, even podcasters, Cleveland Browns media, talking about Dylan looks atrocious. He's not the guy. Then they got to go get number 6. So that means Flacco not the guy either. See, it's crazy to me how they want to rely and protect and preserve Flacco, who's good for half a season. Flacco out for his own benefit, the money. $4 million with $13 million in total with incentives. What the hell is in there? But you can't play the preseason game. They got to go get other black quarterbacks to preserve you because you only good for half a season. Oh, okay. This going to be interesting. Doing Shedeur like Malik Willis. I told you it has happened before. Tennessee was the guy Thielen. Is that the guy that was in Tennessee before Malik Willis? Then Malik Willis got drafted, and then they benched Malik Willis for whatever guy they had Cam competing with. I forgot his name. He out with a shoulder injury. See, all of these injuries keep happening to these quarterbacks. Down in Indianapolis, they have decided to name their depth chart, their starter, as Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson. See how they working to take the QB1 title away from black quarterbacks? It's not just Shedeur. They going through it. They trying real hard. See, they got it. They got it in the draft, but they losing the fight in the season. I say Anthony Richardson step back and let Daniel Jones do what he do. Don't even worry about it. That's why these guys need to start their own league. Fantasy football teams are organized better than the Browns. I believe it. I believe it. I seen Shedeur and then play every game here in Jackson. I stayed in Jackson. Oh, and watched him. He is him. Yeah, Shedeur is that guy. And they can't even convince nobody that he's not, and they can't convince their fan base that Dylan is. So Dylan is out magically hurt, and they had to go get number 6. I've been a Browns fan since I was little. I didn't know the Browns was so racist. I'm over it. This is awful. 6 QBs. They have lost their damn minds. Brought in a black QB so they don't look like, yeah, that's it. That's it. They went out there and start searching for people that they knew, one, wasn't good, and two, get somebody black, because the moment that we bench Shedeur or put him in front of Shedeur, they're going to say we're racist. But if it's a black guy, they're not going to say nothing. I don't know why they think that. It's funny how you don't want black quarterbacks to be the majority, but you keep getting them and pitting them against each other and stacking them together. You keep going through, you go all the way around the corner to get across the street just to block the best QB. The NFL is not about winning. We just out here trying to stop black quarterbacks from becoming the majority of the starters. That's it. We just playing keep away with QB1. We don't want 2 more black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. That's why Josh Allen don't have nobody in his division other than Justin Fields, and they probably wasn't happy about that. But what you gonna do? Aaron Glenn is the coach. They didn't see that coming. They didn't see it coming, and they probably thinking, God damn it, I just took 2 quarterbacks over here from what's his name? The guy in Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin. Now you got 2 quarterbacks over here. That's right. That's why people were suggesting that he go to the Jets. I'm like, so he could be the 3rd black QB? No, put him up there with and let him really compete with JJ McCarthy. He ain't gonna get no competition. He not gonna get no competition. They making it easy for some and harder for the others. So basically, they carried the NFL BS all the way to the dumpster fire of a team. Yes, that's what. Yes, it continued on. They want a black player they can control, right? And he can't be better than the white ones. Absolutely, that's facts. That's facts. My little league football team is more organized and structured than the Browns. I believe it. This is crazy. I'm like, okay, I didn't see this coming. I'm like, this is insane. You went and get number 6 and number 4 right there. I'm like, who money y'all playing with? Y'all must be playing with Monopoly money, because God darn, I know y'all bleeding in the red the way y'all making decisions. Huntley did do good for the Ravens, right? Then they got rid of him and sent him to Miami. I said that's where he came from, but some people say he came from his couch, so I don't know what happened. Well, you all have a great, blessed night. Okay, OC, you have a good one. Take care. It says Shedeur will not get too many reps again and probably won't get a chance to play in the preseason. Someone is about to be cut. There you go. Somebody's about to be. So we on a Shedeur Sanders watch. That's what we on from the next days forward. Again, they haven't verbalized that he's playing in the preseason game, but they have verbalized that Huntley is. He's making a trip. He's playing in a game. So there you go. That's what we on, guys. All right, y'all. So this one wasn't as long because this is my third one. And whoo, we're gonna get out of here. We gone for the night. We'll be back. I'm gonna have to squeeze the Buffs in some kind of way. But again, we're on a Shedeur Sanders trade watch. I'm calling it that, even though it might be exactly what happened to Huntley. If they do what they did to Huntley, Shedeur will end up with a new contract. And based on what I'm seeing, the NFL don't want to show him no love. So he probably gonna get traded and move to the next team, like Geno Smith with the same contract, which restricts his career earnings. So we on a Shedeur Sanders trade watch. All right. So we're gonna be out of here. Thank y'all for the wonderful comments. We all on the same page. And the dysfunction of the Browns is both pathetic and comical. Yep, it is definitely comical. It said 12 is gonna throw three TDs in the preseason game while the other ones throw picks. Yeah. Conspiracy theorists equals truth tellers. Right. The only people who use that term, I want you to pay attention to who use the term conspiracy theorists. The people that don't want to talk about the truth. And you know who they are. You know exactly who they are. I'm like, nah, we're realists. We saw the racism coming from a mile away. Now you see it today. As a Browns fans, it's not comical. So sick of this shit and them not caring about Shedeur. And y'all gonna have to show up, Miss Cheryl. Y'all gonna have to get together. Adam Schefter released the Browns depth chart. Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders. And then Huntley will be added. Right. And Shedeur right here on this chart is the absolute best QB, which is why they never ranked it by completions with Shedeur at the top, because the whole goal was to hold him back. To let a fifth round QB compete in a fake competition, it's just more of the same with them pre-drafted with him extensively at the number one, at the first round position for number two. That wasn't gonna never happen either. That's what all of this is saying. They pre-draft with him under false pretenses. There's some consequences for that. The goal was to bury him on a depth chart for 4 years. Right. Going from team to team to team, Taylor. You got it. That's exactly what it was. He was supposed to be buried. He is still supposed to be buried. Look at what happened to Vince Young. They didn't want Vince Young in Tennessee. They mistreated him the whole way. When the coach finally got fired, which Stefanski probably likely will, then what did they do? They traded Vince Young, and then he was trade and cut. That's what they want to do to Shedeur. We're going to see what guys say about that. All right, y'all, we're going to get out of here. If y'all, see Shedeur's comments, show him some love. If you're going to the game, show him some love. Y'all bought them jerseys. Hopefully y'all turn up somewhere and show him some love. All right, y'all. I'm going to have a good night. Y'all get some rest. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching What She Said Sports.
Thank you for watching What She Said Sports. Be sure to join our daily live stream and listen up to What She Said Sports on the go on Spotify. Thank you for watching What She Said Sports. Stay for another video.